Hi, it's Avalon here from Blossoming Woman, and I've locked myself away in my bedroom for a few minutes, away from the rest of the family, to make this video. Now, we've been having some pretty extreme weather today. We've had thunderstorms and crazy hailstones the size of golf balls, so hopefully we won't be too distracted by the different sounds out there. But rather than waiting for the perfect weather, I'm just going to make this video right now while I have the chance. Now, what I'm here to talk about today is the transition that we're going through from the old ways to the new ways of being, and how this is significant, particularly if you're a mother. Now, what I mean by the old ways of being are the ways that are really based on separation and disconnection and feeling really frustrated and unfulfilled. Now, that's very common for a lot of people in our culture, and if we look to our parents and our grandparents and the people that have come before us, those qualities are even more pronounced. So when I look at the new ways of being and where we can go to, I'm talking about feeling more connected with our hearts and more in alignment with our truth, so that we're being authentic and expressing ourselves fully, and we feel more creative and nourished and fulfilled at the end of the day. Now, the exciting thing is that this is happening globally, this transition that we're going through. This has been prophesied by many ancient cultures for a long, long time. So it's not something that we need to do alone. In fact, energetically, we're being totally supported to move into these new ways of being. Now, what I'd like to do is give you a little taste of where we're at now, and where we've been and where we're going. So it's just going to take a couple of minutes. If you're feeling safe to do so, I invite you to close your eyes to get the most from this. So take a deep breath. And on the out breath, just letting go, bringing yourself here into this moment. And just imagine that here we are in this moment. You're sitting or standing or lying with the earth underneath you and the sky above you. And there's nothing that you need to do except to be here right now. Now imagine that behind you are all the ancestors that have ever come before you. Like there's your parents and grandparents, and going back for generations are all the people that have been before. Now, if you feel into the qualities, there's been a real range of experiences happening, but we can see that there's been a lot of struggle and a lot of difficult situations for a lot of these people. And we have come from that. We are products of the past, and we stand here in the present moment with all that behind us. Now imagine that in front of us are our children and our children's children and all the people that have not come yet, who are still to come. And here we stand in this present moment on the cutting edge of the new ways of being. Within ourselves, we've got the old ways and the new ways churning up, okay? So in this present moment, we're in a position of power to step into new ways of being. Now, particularly as a mother, this is incredibly important, because as we start to integrate new ways of being into ourselves and our families and raise our children in this way, then that really shifts our whole culture, because we are raising humanity right now in our families. So in this moment, if you can connect with your heart, with your body, and feel into yourself, just relax for a moment, because there's nothing else you need to do except be here now. So just have a sense of peace and of knowing that you're just where you need to be. So just take another deep breath and bring yourself back into this moment and open your eyes. So that was just a little taste of being in the present now, and seeing that what we are doing now can have a great impact on how the future is unfolding in front of us. We don't need to be limited by what's been before, and we can have compassion and acceptance for ourselves about where we've come from and where we are. So the key is to accept ourselves right here, right now, with all our wounding and all our limits, and to bring love and understanding to ourselves, so that we can start to become more aligned with our hearts, The old ways of being would have been to be self-critical and judging, and that can pop up quite a lot. But as we start to see where we are and see where we've come from and remind ourselves of where we're going, then that is a place of power where we can start to create the future consciously. Now, if this is something that you're curious to learn more about, join me and a growing number of other women at the Blossoming Woman Tribe over at www.blossomingwoman.com.au.